Each year at Honors Convocation, the college recognizes 2 faculty members for outstanding service. The Quentin Shout Award is named in honor of Father Quentin Shout of the Order of St. Benedict, a professor of English and 7th president of St. Vincent, the first president who was not simultaneously the archabbot. This award recognizes the contributions, leadership, and achievements of a junior faculty member to the curriculum and life of the college. Dr. Christopher McMahon, Associate Professor of Theology in the School of Humanities and Fine Arts, is this year's winner of the Quentin Shout Faculty Award. Dr. McMahon, would you please come forward? Dr. McMahon graduated from the University of Scranton with a Bachelor of Arts in Philosophy and Theology, and then received a master's degree in theology from St. Mary's Seminary and University, and a PhD from the Catholic University of America. Before joining us at St. Vincent, Dr. McMahon taught at 2 other Benedictine colleges, Mount Marty College in South Dakota and the University of Mary in North Dakota. An author of 2 theology textbooks, an editor of a collection of scholarly essays, author of multiple journal articles, and giver of a number of presentations at national conferences, Dr. McMahon is a very active theologian. In addition to his scholarly studies of theology, Dr. McMahon is a pioneer in incorporating service learning into his courses. For the past 2 years, students in Dr. McMahon's Living Theology in Guatemala course spent spring break immersed in serving the poorest in Guatemala. This has been a life-changing experience for those who have made the trip. An inventive and challenging teacher in all his courses, Dr. McMahon demands that his students make the critical connections between what they learn in the classroom and living a meaningful life. Besides his traditional professorial roles here at the college, Dr. McMahon serves as the assistant women's tennis coach and is the faculty advisor to the Health and Fitness Club. For the past 2 years, he has sponsored friendly fitness competitions involving students, faculty, and staff. I will close with a few characteristic comments from Dr. McMahon's first-year students. One said, "Exploring religious meaning has given me a greater understanding of the Bible and how to integrate the lessons into my life." Another said that before Dr. McMahon's class, I had never looked at the Bible. Now I have gained so much insight. And finally, Dr. McMahon is a dynamic and interesting professor who can turn a required course into an exciting course. In recognition for his dedicated service to students, the college, and the wider community, St. Vincent College is pleased to honor Dr. Christopher McMahon with the 2011 Quentin Shout Award. Named for the founder of St. Vincent and the pioneer of Benedictine monasticism in the United States, the Boniface Wimmer Award recognizes a senior faculty member for sustained excellence. This year, Dr. Mark Rivardo, Associate Professor of Psychology in the School of Social Science, Communication, and Education, is the recipient of the Boniface Wimmer Award. Dr. Rivardo, would you please come forward? Dr. Rivardo is an alum of the college who majored in psychology and had a minor in computer science. He went on to receive a Master's of Art and a PhD from Bowling Green State University in experimental psychology, specializing in cognition. Dr. Rivardo returned to St. Vincent to teach in 1999. The author of a number of scholarly articles, many with students and fellow faculty as collaborators, Dr. Rivardo is a very active experimental psychologist. His collaborative efforts cross over many boundaries, having published with faculty members in biology and modern and classical languages. Dr. Rivardo has had many leadership roles on the faculty at St. Vincent, and he chairs the Institutional Review Board, a very busy committee which approves all human subject research that takes place on campus. Additionally, Dr. Rivardo is a champion for undergraduate research, serving on and leading the Academic Conference Committee for many years. Students under his direction have presented at national conferences, and many are in graduate programs around the country. An outstanding teacher at every level of psychology instruction, Dr. Rivardo is a demanding professor. One student wrote, "Sure, Dr. Rivardo is tough, but this is college. It's not supposed to be easy." Consistently, as students report, Dr. Rivardo explains difficult material clearly and passionately. He is always friendly and receptive to students outside of the classroom. Again, his students say he goes above and beyond the call of duty to help both inside and outside the classroom. St. Vincent College is truly blessed to have faculty like Dr. Rivardo who devote themselves to the love of learning and discovery and the education of our students. Dr. Rivardo is with sincere gratitude for your continuous dedication and outstanding service in so many different ways that we recognize you with the 2011 Boniface Wimmer Faculty Award.
Those of you who've had me in class know that I rarely use notes, but today's a little different. I'm extremely honored to receive this award today. As I stand here looking at our seniors, I think back 18 years to when I was in those seats, looking forward to my graduation from St. Vincent. And like many of you, I'm very grateful to my parents for allowing me to come here, enabling me to come here, and for the constant support throughout my life. While a student here at St. Vincent College, I had many wonderful professors, Dr. Watsko, Brother David Carlson, Dr. George Liner, to name a few. And in the psychology department, I received excellent instruction and guidance from Father Vernon Holtz, Dr. Christine Slank, and my thesis advisor, Dr. Walker, Dr. Susan Walker. To the late Dr. John Seraphin, I'm especially thankful. As many of you know, he was a master at making statistics and research methodology easy to understand. And he helped to discover in me the love of psychological science that defines who I am today. When I returned to St. Vincent in 1999 to teach, I was still finishing my dissertation. I had a lot to learn about teaching, and I was young. One day I took some receipts to the business office along with a reimbursement form for Psych-Chi. And the person working at the desk said, "You need your advisor's signature for this." I have a little bit more gray hair now, so that doesn't happen anymore. When I joined the psychology department, the men and women who had taught me as an undergraduate became my colleagues. They welcomed me, nurtured me, and very quickly became my friends. Just a year later, Dr. Oldenburg came to the college, and Dr. Mancini joined us 4 years ago. All of my colleagues in my department have been of great help to me personally and professionally, and I truly feel like we are family. Many individuals outside of the department have been instrumental in my development as a teacher, a scholar, and as a person. But I'll mention just a few. Dr. Darrell Fish was my teaching mentor during my second year, and I learned a lot from him. I'm especially grateful to Dr. Doreen Blandino for her friendship and the support that she has given me throughout the years. I've had the privilege of collaborating with Dr. Blandino on 2 articles, and her enthusiasm and dedication to our work, as well as her confidence in me, was critical in my development. I've also been fortunate to work with Dr. Michael Rhodes of the biology department. He's my friend, a St. Vincent class of '93 classmate, and of course with Dr. Oldenburg and Mancini, members of the band. Our research and our band are both interdisciplinary. Dr. Mary Beth Spohr, the Dean of the School of Social Sciences, Communication, and Education, has enthusiastically supported my research program as it has developed and understood the challenges associated with involving students fully. She always has a smile and words of encouragement for me. I've been blessed with great colleagues in our department and outside of the department, and with their help and encouragement, I've grown as a teacher, researcher, and person. But of course, the students provide me with a good deal of motivation as well. I love science, and I love exposing students to psychological science in all of my courses, from Introduction to Psychology to Cognition, Research Methods, Thesis. Through these courses, through research collaboration, and in advising, I've seen students grow academically and personally. I hope that my students at least come to appreciate and respect science, and in a few cases, they may actually come to love it too. The late nights working on conference proposals and reviewing drafts, and summers spent finishing up manuscripts and planning the next project are worth it when I see students present like they will today at the academic conference. Last month, I had the unique pleasure of watching Jessica Legg, one of my thesis students, present her research to the leading researcher in the field of eyewitness memory. To see her work recognized like that was very rewarding for me. I also know I've done all right when I see the satisfaction in students' faces whenever I hand them a hard copy of their first publication, or when they come to my office to tell me that they were accepted into graduate school before they even tell their parents. I'm not mentioning names. Yes, I love research, and I judge my own success by the success of my students, but I also know that very few of them are going to be lifelong researchers. Above all, I want my students to be happy with the careers they choose, and I hope that I have helped them to become better consumers of science and research and strong critical thinkers. For their support and encouragement, I thank my parents, my St. Vincent College family, that includes both colleagues and students, and of course, my loving, patient wife, my best friend, and an awesome mommy. Carrie is always encouraging and supportive, except sometimes when Phineas Gage decides to play a song that we really shouldn't. We rehearse in my basement. I'm very thankful to have her by my side every day and to have her and my parents here today to share in this moment. Thank you.